I'm going to be showing you how to change the fork seal on a Yamaha Virago 1981, 82, 83 750cc bike. Okay, I am not a mechanic, so any damages you do to your bike or this, I'm not responsible for it. This is a guideline. Now, okay, so story goes is that my seals need to be changed, and this is the original one that came off the bike, and I could not get this apart. I used a hammer, I used vices, I used everything I could that was available to me to get this apart. Couldn't do it. So I suggest you get it professionally done. And the reason why is because they can look at this and let you know if the spring is bad, worn out, or anything, and plus you don't damage it. Right here, I tried to use a ratchet strap. I bent this whole tube. So this whole tube is shot. So, come to find out, there's an easier way to do it. But I still suggest you take it to a professional. Now, to do this, you need a flathead screwdriver, a hammer, and of course the fork oil. But the first step you want to do is, of course, get it off the bike. Once you get it off the bike, there's a bunch of air in this. Air ride assist. You want to drain it. It's right here on the top of this chrome tube here. Bleed it out just like you would a tire. Once you feel comfortable, all the air is out of it, go ahead and unscrew this. Go ahead and take the whole thing out. Right here. Bad lighting. Go ahead and just remove it, which I obviously already did. So that way you know all the air is out. Now, of course, get a drain pan, and you want to take this screw out, and the screw is the drain plug. Okay, you let it drain, and then you want to give it a couple pushes on the chrome here, the chrome tube. That way you know all the oil's out. You're not going to get all of it, but you're going to get a good majority of it. Okay, so once you have done that, you want to take your flathead screwdriver, and you're going to break this dust cover. This dust cover is just rubber and plastic, and so is the seal. You got to hang on to it. Okay, so what I did is I just broke that plastic ring on the outside of this housing. Just keep prying it up, and you'll eventually get it. Okay, so there's the dust cover. It just slides right out. Okay, now, before you go into it with the flathead screwdriver, there's a little clip inside here, and I'm pretty sure you can't see it with the lighting I have. You want to pop that out. And it looks like this. See, this is the one from my other side. So, just give it a little pry. There's one side. Oh, there's the other. Okay, now this part sucks, because it's so far deep in that housing. Now, you're going to probably end up damaging the bottom of this to get it out, which is fine. It's the wall right here you don't want to damage, because if you damage this, then the fluid that gets circulated through the housing is going to end up bleeding through there, through the dust cover. So, the best way to do it, take your flathead screwdriver, and you want to just turn it a little bit. If you put it in this way, it ain't going to work. Big pain in the ass. You just want to break that plastic. Just keep prying it. Okay, couple more whacks here. And you don't have to swing as hard as you can. Just give it good firm tabs. Oh man, I have to get a different screwdriver. There it goes. Okay. Almost got it. Right on this side. Okay. Now, don't get all excited and go taking off because there's still more stuff I need to show you. Well, not necessarily show you, but I need to tell you. Because I'm not going to be, this obviously isn't going to go back on my bike. Okay, so there it is. I broke the plastic, the seal, and the little spring that goes around it. There it is. Okay, so seal, dust cover. Okay, now inside, you want to spray this all with brake cleaner. Just get all that old oil out and spray it in here too until you feel comfortable that it's nice and clean. So spray it in here, give it a couple push downs on the chrome rod here. Get it all cleaned up the best you can. And you wanted to let it dry for a while. Brake cleaners are great because it dries really fast. Because you don't want that brake cleaner to sit inside the housing. So be sure that's dry before you start adding oil to it. Okay, so once the brake cleaner is dry, go ahead and repeat the process. Put your old one or your new seal in, then the clip. Don't forget about the clip. I'm pretty sure you can't get a new one, so don't lose it. Put the clip in, put the dust cover in, and while you're putting it in, try not to use the flathead while you're putting this in, because while you're tapping it in there, you're going to probably cut and break the seal. But I suggest using a small punch, maybe. But something that's very dull, something that's not as sharp as a screwdriver. And you want to tap right on the outside, not on the inside, but the outside of the ring of the dust cover and the seal. Okay, so once all that's done, now you got to put fork oil in it. And it calls for fork oil 10 weight. Each fork on the 750 takes 0.28 liters. Yeah, I don't know how much that is. So, I looked it up. It takes 9.5 ounces of fork oil per fork, or 1 1 1/8 cups of fork oil in each fork. Okay, the best way, I'm sorry, not the best way. One way to do it, to put fork oil in here. I'm sure there's an easier way, but I can't get this bottom bolt out. I have no idea. So this is the easiest way I know. So pour it in here, this little hole. Yeah, it sucks. So what you want to do is, of course, get your 9.5 ounces, or the other one. And you want to have a cup underneath this while you're pouring it. So when you're pouring it and excess runs out, it'll fall into that cup, and you just keep cycling them until you get it all in there. It's a very slow process, but at least you don't have to pay for it. Okay, now one more thing I forgot to suggest is that once you get that done, you get O-ring, brand new O-ring. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to look like this, just worn out, maybe even broken. So get new O-rings for this. Very small. Ace Hardware, best place to get your O-rings, or any other store that sells stuff like that. But I hope that helps, and I hope that helps you get back on the road. And please leave comments if there's anything that I missed, or if you could even show a video on how to take this apart for those who really need to get it apart. I read a lot online. Nobody hasn't really solved the mystery of the damn Virago fork. Thank you.